And let's kick off with Monday's Telegraph and more on the Tavistock Centre debacle, Steve.
Yep, so Tavistock Gender Clinic threatened with court action by Watchdog. The headline almost promises more than the story delivers. This is court action if they don't follow through on a Freedom of Information request, which they've failed to do so far, saying that they don't actually have the minutes and the emails. And if they fail to do so, they could face a fine. So I'm not sure that this will end up in a impressive revealing of anything, because if you don't want the information coming out, you would find a way of paying the fine. I think an interesting part of it, two things are interesting in the story. One is, they accidentally leaked emails in the past anyway, so I guess someone's kept some emails. They didn't even keep them to themselves, but there's a quote from the spokesperson of the Trust at the end that says, "We've noted this recent decision and are proactively working towards supplying the relevant data."
Yeah.
I thought you didn't have it. How are you? What, you said you didn't.
I mean, it seems, and there's certainly been some accusations that they're hiding, they're suppressing the meetings and the minutes and the emails between Mermaids and the Tavistock Centre's doctors, because they know that would reveal that they're pushing this gender affirming, this ideologically driven idea that, you know, any child that presents with gender dysphoria, the solution is transitioning them.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because, I mean, from my point of view, I think the Tavistock Centre is one of the scariest places on earth. You go in there, your mother brings her child in there, and the child does not come out. So it's a tragedy. But I heard something very interesting. I heard that the number of children presenting with food and eating disorders has basically plummeted. All the other forms. Have you heard this?
Yeah. So the chart that shows levels of anorexia and bulimia in teenage girls it's dropped to virtually zero compared to what it was, and it's been replaced by gender dysphoria, by transitioning as a way of teenage girls to sort of have ownership over their body, desexualise their body, and stop their body developing. So it's interesting that and that suggests that, you know, a portion of these children, a significant portion, may not be genuinely gender dysphoric. They're caught up in this sort of social mania.
Yeah,
I was going to say, what I would say about this story is that regardless of which side of that story you're on, you should be in favour of information coming out, because if there's no harm in the info, let's get it out there. You shouldn't be hiding from a Freedom of Information Act request, regardless of where you stand on the spectrum of
Absolutely.
debate.
I couldn't agree more. And